Hello, Michelle.
Linda, how are you?
I'm good. Speaking of guides, I'm fresh off a trip for the last 2 days, so
Steelhead?
it was Steelhead. It was good. It was fantastic. Weather was exactly what it should be, miserable. But
Steelhead. Like the worse the weather, the better the fishing.
Absolutely. Well, right. You got to have a walleye chop, right? I always say if it's glass, you're never going to catch them. So, it was great. So it was really fun. I was up on the North Shore this weekend and I was fishing and just ties so beautifully into what we're doing here tonight. And again, we're talking about the fishing guide Extravaganza 2021 that Women Anglers of Minnesota are sponsoring and the benefactor of. And it's just really, really a fun time and a fun thing to watch going on this weekend.
I've had fun all weekend peeking in and checking on mine and seeing how the bidding is going. And I tell you, it's been fantastic. Have you seen what we're at right now?
Drum roll. What are we at? Let's see, home. And our total right now is $13,860.50. So
that's fantastic. Yes, thank you to the guides and everybody bidding. That's incredible. Our goal is 14,000. Actually, it was lower, but bidding was going so well. So our real goal is 14,000. We've got a stretch goal of 15,000. Whatever happens from here on out, we are thrilled with how the bidding has gone. So, but there is more left. So there's 2 hours left to get your bids in and get those guide trips that you really want.
Absolutely. And kind of going as a quick recap from last week too, it was really awesome to hear Scott Merwin even talk about the quality and the caliber of the guides that we have on this list. And so it's such a great resource for people, not only in our organization, but outside the organization, to one, donate to an amazing cause, which is Women Anglers of Minnesota, and two, get in on some of these really unique trips. And so, and some of them aren't all full-time guides. And so it's people like Dave Gens, who is huge within the fishing industry, that, gave us a trip and really made this special. And so we had 35 guides and
36, we had a late entry. So we ended up with 36.
That's just so amazing. And for us to be able to, raise this kind of money, we just thank you to all the guides and your generosity and your time going forward when you actually get the clients. It should be really fun. So, Michelle, why don't you tell us exactly what all this money is being raised for?
Yes. So our mission is to bring women and children into the sport of fishing. And so in addition to our member programs, we support a lot of kids events. We've got scholarships for the Student Angler Tournament Trail that we do. We've got one of our larger recipients is the Fishing the Midwest School of Fish. And so they've got classes all across the state for kids to do. I think the last I looked, there was like 24 classes. So that's a great opportunity to reach a ton of kids, get them out fishing. Several high school fishing teams. We had a few requests since the last time we went live. So that's great. On our website, we have an area that you can go in and make a request for a donation. And then there's Buffalo Days coming up, Iron Range Rotary Kids. We're donating both reels and cash to those events. And then we supported the Minnesota Fishing Hall of Fame. So lots of great areas that this money will be going to.
Absolutely. And what a huge impact we can do with almost $14,000. And so, there's lots of organizations that we can, that can get in contact with us, and you can go right to our website at womenanglersminnesota.com, right?
MN.com, yep.
MN.com. And if you didn't bid on the auction but want to support us too, you can just hit the donate button right at the top of our new website as well. And we are always happy to take donations from anyone as well. So this is fantastic. So what we're going to do here, I think, should we just dive in and kind of do a quick recap on the auction?
Yeah, because there's one trick that we want to show you. We probably should have showed you the first time, but if you are busy the rest of the night, we close at 7. If you don't have time to sit and monitor your bid, Shanda will get to it, but you can bid by proxy, which means if I know that the most I'm willing to pay is $450 and the current bid is $375, it will put my bid in I'll put $450 proxy bid. It'll bid $375. If I get outbid, it'll automatically increase my bid up to the $450 or whatever I'm willing to bid. If nobody outbids me, it just holds at the lowest bid that I put in. So that's a nice way to make sure you get that item that you really want.
For sure. Yeah, and the fact that it will increment the next $25, so it won't just bump up to your extra $100. It's what you're willing to go to, but it will only bump it at the bid increment.
Exactly. Yeah. So there's Chris Willin. He's the fly guy. He does muskies on the fly. He's been pretty popular there with several bids. We've had some fun looking at and there's Dave. I mean, ladies, he's all mine. Fish with Dave on the river for smallies like that for me. That would be a dream come true. We've had a little fun with looking at the top bidders. Nicole Stone and Dave, Tony Roach are both tied. They both have $625 each. So we're thrilled about those. There's Eric Olson. He's a tournament angler. We just have so many great guides. We talked about there's Tony. We talked about some of the reasons to use guides in your own state. I mean, a lot of people just fish the same lake the same way over and over. And these guides will teach you new techniques. Oh, there's Nicole. New techniques, new lakes, new species. I mean, we've got the adventure guide with the catfish and sturgeon. A lot of people, it helps to fish with the muskie guide in the beginning, especially if you're just learning. And then you can use their gear. I mean, gear can be super expensive. So if there's something new you want to try, it helps to start with a guide.
Absolutely. And so as a good example is the gentleman I was with this weekend was telling us about this group of guys he had 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And he's like, when I left the river, my tackle box was empty. They lost 14 bobbers and rigs and whatever. I mean, so, again, like you said, it's so great to go with a professional. One, they know their trade. They know the tricks, they have the right equipment, but again, they weren't out. I mean, hopefully they tipped him for losing that much rig material. But again, that's something that I never would have gone to the river with 14 rigs.
Right. Exactly. I love that they will retie my line because I can't see anything anymore.
Oh yeah, right. Well, it's kind of nice because we only broke off twice. We salvaged our stuff, but then there was always that third rod sitting there, so it was like a quick exchange. Quick, you could go and rig, so you're not really wasting your time. And so that allowed me to get 1,000 drifts in a 7-hour day, which was exhausting but fantastic.
Exactly. Yeah. It looks like you have a good time.
Yeah. When you hook up, it means something. So it's, so it's just great. So there's so many different options for us out here yet on 32 auctions. We hope that you can take a look. And you know what? Again, don't forget, we're 100% the benefactor of the proceeds. And so that is so amazing. So even if you think, well, I could just go to the guide, think about the fact that we're going to turn around and take your proceeds and your donation, and we're going to do something really impactful. And so it's really amazing to think about that. So again, I always tell people, don't get scared away if you could get it cheaper, because it's not really about getting it cheaper. It's about supporting our organization and having a fantastic experience to, go with that donation. So we appreciate all of that.
Yeah. People get competitive. They want to win. Their competitive nature comes out in these. So plan your staycation in Minnesota. It doesn't, unfortunately, the Canadian borders are going to open. We've got so much to offer in Minnesota. The way this is going to work at 7 when it ends is you will be notified if you're the winner. And then by about Wednesday, we will email you a certificate that you can use to claim with the guide. I suggest that you reach out sooner than later to get something on the books and to give both of you time, because it is a really agreeable date.
Oh, and I think because of COVID last year, and most of the guides were so busy because people went out and did something new last summer that they could do outdoors. So guess what? They're probably going to rebook again for the following summer. So that's why I would too. I would get on your horse right away and contact with your guide and get as many available dates as possible and try to commit to them too, because it's going to be a tight time frame for them all, especially in a donation aspect, which we appreciate so much. So thank you again for your support, everyone. And you can learn more about us always at womenanglersmn.com. A couple things going on we've got within our club. If you're not familiar with us completely, Michelle, why don't you let us know?
Yeah, we have an open water tournament, which is really our flagship event. That's on June 5th on the Horseshoe Chain, and we still have room. There's $10,000 that we give away in cash prizes. So go to our website and get registered there. And then we have a couple kids coming up that we're really excited about. The first one is Kids Gone Fishing. That starts May 22nd. It's on Fish Donkey, so it's virtual. So you just go to that app or you go online and you register there. We'll give away 30 prizes. It's derby style, so everyone that enters a fish gets their name entered into the drawing. So, and then there'll be cash prizes for the kids that win the categories. We'll do another kids one, Jigging with Kids, over the 4th. So both of those are over holiday weekends, thinking that families will be together at their cabins out and fishing and just making sure those kids get off the electronics and out and enjoying the outdoors.
Absolutely. Well, wonderful. And again, I want to say congratulations to you for spearheading this brand new and successful fundraiser for our organization. We have a lot of people, we have members and board members and people from the public that reached out to make this happen. And so I want to say congrats to you and to everybody else for making this happen for us. And we got a bid.
We did. Nice. And I do have to say, this was definitely a team effort. We had a lot of people help get these guides. And then I have to thank Tracy Walsh and Lisa Purrs, who are the committee members that put everything together, made it look good, and got all these guides lined up. So it was a lot of help.
We have an amazing team this year on our board. And we're moving mountains, and this is one of them. So tight lines, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight, and we will all see you on the water.
All right, tight lines. Thanks, guys.